A surprising development in the 2024 presidential race. The unexpected candidacy of Democratic Minnesota Congressman Dean Phillips. He is now the first elected official to take on President Joe Biden for the Democratic nomination. CBS News chief election and campaign correspondent Robert Costa joined Phillips as he kicked off his campaign in New Hampshire.
Wow, nice looking bus.
Minnesota Congressman Dean Phillips is off to the races and hitting the campaign trail, officially launching his long-shot bid for the White House in New Hampshire, ahead of the state's primary.
How are you feeling about your first day?
Oh, what a spectacular experience. I mean, this is the most joyful demonstration of democracy I've ever experienced.
But looming over his fledgling campaign, the competition. Although President Biden won't be on the state's ballot next year, most state Democrats insist Biden will still win with write-in votes. But Phillips doesn't see it that way and says his campaign is not aimed against his rival.
My friends, it is time for a change, and I am ready to lead our great nation to a secure and a more prosperous future. I do so not in opposition to President Biden, who has my affection and my gratitude, rather with two core convictions: that I am the Democratic candidate who can win the 2024 election.
The congressman has a daunting path ahead as he tries to ramp up a campaign, establish a national profile, all while confronting the skepticism of many veteran Democrats.
How does it feel to get some of the criticism today from fellow Democrats? Do you have thick skin? Sometimes you need it in presidential politics.
That's part of this process. Can you take it? You know, that is exactly what Americans are looking for. And yeah, you have to have fortitude. We live in such a mean-spirited, aggressive, nonsensical, frankly disgusting political environment that you got to be prepared for it.
Phillips is the first sitting lawmaker to take on Biden, joining Marianne Williamson running against the president in the Democratic race. Robert F. Kennedy Jr. and Cornel West, who have followings on the left, are running as independents. Recent CBS News polling shows a Biden-Trump rematch would be a toss-up, and that only a third of voters are sure Biden would finish a second term.
Are you with me in this fight?
But even if Phillips has a strong showing in New Hampshire's primary next year, it will largely be symbolic, since no delegates will be awarded to the victor, per party rules. For now, Phillips is making sure voters hear his message.
So I say our time is now.
And hoping it lands.
I like the positiveness of it, the idea that he wants to bring new ideas, young ideas, not the old establishment ideas.
Meanwhile, President Biden's allies tell me he is busy dealing with the war in Ukraine and the war in Israel, as well as with domestic issues, and they say he will soon be back on the campaign trail. For CBS Saturday Morning, Robert Costa, Manchester, New Hampshire.